Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Drop deep, drop deep.
On first down, Peyton. He'll have a first down past the 40. Room here to run. A big play there on the first play of the game. Give him 52 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, Peyton. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. This is caught, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown from 6 yards away. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Patrick Willis, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Jackson. And here the hookup good to Victor Cruz. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On third down, Jackson going for the deep ball. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12 at the 34-yard line.
On second and 12, Jackson eluding the pressure. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now it's Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
They run on first down with Jackson, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got the artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Walter Payton with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Stenerud now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14, Cowboys 0.
Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And this one will be brought back to the 22. They'll run on first down. It's Jackson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard, Jackson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Walter Payton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points out. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. 5 yards gets them back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Sanders on the tackle. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 11.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Hey, we got 3 down.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando on this first half of action. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 42 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll try the left side. Payton. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Play action. Now Jackson. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, 40's Mike. Right there. 40's Mike.
Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. From the gun, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's Randy Moss, complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun, steps away to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Jackson, buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Flushed out right. He's got Green. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Check, check. March 43. March 43.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play here for the Cowboys. 57 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is not going to get through here on try number one. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Second down and goal. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On second down, this is Jackson. And some room to maneuver. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Jackson now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's a fumble. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. Play action. It's Jackson. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.